Hey, welcome back. This is the first of a 5-part series where we are breaking down the model. This tool was developed by my teacher, Brooke Castillo, and it completely changed my life. And it's the foundation of my coaching practice that I use with my clients, and I know it's going to change your life too. The model basically takes the whole universe and breaks it down into 5 categories. These categories are circumstances, thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. It's basically the formula for how everything works, and I believe that this is the most important tool to have in your life. When I learned this concept back in 2019, I felt like Harry when he sees Diagon Alley for the first time.
Welcome, Harry, to Diagon Alley.
It's like I finally understood how the world worked and how simple it made everything. So what is a circumstance? Well, circumstances are the neutral facts of life. They're neither good or bad, right or wrong. They just are. They include other people, the weather, our age, weight, the color of your shoes, the place of your employment, the past, etc. Some examples of circumstances are: it's snowing outside. I work at a law firm. I did not meet the goal of losing weight that I wanted to by the deadline that I set. My children asked me what's for dinner 5 times within 1 hour yesterday. These are examples, and in and of themselves, they are neutral. This is because it's snowing outside could mean for one person, yay, it's time to build a snowman. And for another, it could mean, how on earth am I going to be able to shovel the driveway and get to work on time? These are 2 different interpretations of the same fact. Some examples of things that are not circumstances are: it's cold outside. I work at the worst soul-sucking job ever. I am ugly. My children are little terrors. We often believe that our thoughts are facts and have all the evidence to show for it, right? But it's just thoughts. And I'll talk about thoughts in the next video. Now, one common question that comes up a lot about circumstances being neutral is, well, what about abuse, war, poverty, natural disasters, etc.? See, these are actually neutral too. Even circumstances that most people share the same thought or feeling about are still neutral. Let's take an example of homicide. So most people would agree that murder is bad, and if we hear of someone getting murdered, we should feel grief or anger. And according to a quick Google search, someone is murdered every 31 minutes. So why then isn't everyone feeling grief or anger about it every 31 minutes? Well, it's because there wasn't a thought about the murder that caused us to feel grief or anger. When some people hear about homicide in the news, they feel indifferent because they have a thought like, well, it wasn't somebody I knew. Many killers don't feel grief about their murders or even feel satisfied from it. Another example is the death penalty. So some people feel satisfied when criminals are murdered via death penalty because they feel that they deserved it in exchange for the crime that they were found guilty of. Now remember, this doesn't mean that neutral means good. Neutral also doesn't mean bad. Neutral does not mean downplaying, disregarding, or condoning either. And that's the point. I want to stress that. Neutral just means that it's a blank canvas that is subject to different thoughts and feelings. The model, nor the fact that circumstances are neutral, are not reasons to invalidate others' thoughts or feelings or to be used as some type of a tool to hurt others. The model just helps us recognize that our thoughts and feelings are not at the mercy of our circumstances. Why is it important to know what the circumstances are in our lives? It's because we often blame circumstances for the way that we feel. Some examples are: I loathe myself because of my weight. I am mad because my spouse forgot our anniversary. I am happy because I just got promoted at work. So then, as a result, we try to change the world around us so that we can feel happier, but that never works. And if we're happier, it isn't because we changed the world, it's because our thoughts changed. Another reason that it's important to know what circumstances are is because when we realize that circumstances just exist, we take our own power back. When something happened in our past, we can choose how we want to think about it and how we want to move forward. When we don't like our job, we know that the job isn't happening to us and making us feel bad, and we have the power to change that. It's a beautiful and powerful thing. No matter what is happening outside of us, we can choose to think and feel however we want about our circumstances. Just like the canvas, there are limitless opportunities of colors, shapes, and designs that we can paint on the canvas, and we are the artist. But that's not all, and here's where things start to get really interesting. And I'll see you in the next video where I explain thoughts. In the meantime, if you have any questions about this topic or any major takeaways, please let me know in the comments. And if you want to work with me and take this work deeper, you can visit katiereedcoaching.com to find out more.